Hi, welcome to Tooth Morphology 101. My name is Agnes, and I will be your instructor for this course. Dentists use several different dental notation systems for associating information to a specific tooth. There are three most commonly used systems: the Universal Numbering System, the Palmer's Notation, and the FDI Numbering System. At the end of this presentation, using the treatment plan provided, you will be able to identify 5 permanent dentitions using the FDI Dental Notation System. The FDI World Dental Federation developed in 1971 a system to identify teeth with a number. The system is called the FDI 2-digit notation, also known as the ISO 3950 notation. FDI stands for Federación Dentaire Internacional. The FDI 2-digit notation is widely recognized and used worldwide, and it is the system of tooth numbering system used in Canada. The dentition is divided into 4 quadrants. The vertical division in the midline is in between the 2 central incisors, which divides the mouth into left and right. The horizontal line, on the other hand, divides the mouth into upper and lower arches. Now that we have divided the mouth into 4 quadrants, let's identify each quadrant moving in a clockwise direction, starting from upper right quadrant 1, upper left quadrant is quadrant 2, lower left quadrant is quadrant 3, and lower right quadrant will be quadrant number 4. As I have previously mentioned, the FDI system uses a 2-digit numbering system, in which the first number represents a tooth quadrant. We have just identified all the quadrants being 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're ready to move on to the next one. The second number of the FDI system represents the number of the tooth from the midline of the face. The teeth are also represented by numbers starting from the midline. Teeth are numbered from 1 to 8, starting from the central incisor. The central incisor being 1, lateral being 2, canine is 3, first premolar is 4, second premolar 5. The molars are numbered from 6 to 8. The first molar is 6, the second molar is 7, and the third molar is 8. And all the numbers from the other quadrants goes the same from 1 to 8. Now that we already identified the 2 numbers from the 2-digit numbering system of the FDI, let's put it together. Remember, the first number is the quadrant, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. The second number represents the tooth number, that's 1 to 8. Now let's put it in use. Remember, the first quadrant is called out first, followed by the tooth number. Let's say we are trying to call out the upper right molar. Again, we have to identify the quadrant first. For the upper right molar, call out number 1 for the quadrant, and for the first molar, that's tooth number 6. So the upper right molar will be quadrant 1, 6. Let's try again. Let's try to identify the lower left central incisor. Again, call out the quadrant 3. Central incisor is tooth number 1. So for the lower left central incisor, that will be 3, 1. Now let's start stretching our brain. I'll be reading out the treatment planning, but you can also open it in a Word document attached to this file. Mr. Smith needs to have some fillings done. Dr. Jones has an opening on Monday morning. The following teeth need to be filled: upper right first molar, lower left second premolar, upper right canine, lower left central incisor, and lower left cuspid. I will need you to be able to identify all these 5 teeth using the FDI tooth numbering system. Submit it in a Word document and attach it in your wiki page. The FDI tooth numbering system is the only system we'll be using throughout the course of our study. This will build the foundation as we progress through the program.